What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Post to Post podcast. With me, as always, my co-host Matt Small.
Hey.
I think I might be joining your hockey league in the near future.
What did you say?
I don't think I'm going to be in your division though. I filled in for my buddy's team on Wednesday.
Nothing lower than my division.
Really? No, there definitely is. You guys are in like
D.
low C, aren't you?
No, we're D.
Oh, no shit. I think is D division like divided up into two sections though?
Yeah, there's like D1 and D2. I think we just made it to D1.
Okay.
But we still got like C, B level teams that just drop down.
Yeah, it seems like he said, I think he's low D. He might be the high D. I'm not sure. But he said that there's like every team that they play has like one guy that's really good and shouldn't be in the level that they're at. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Like I think we played the Magoos and lost 5-4, 5-3. But Tickle Fight, I don't know if you know any of these guys.
No.
Yeah, that's why I think it's.
Power
Are you guys
play?
Metro Boston or are you South Shore?
South Shore.
Yeah, they're South Shore too. Magoos, Tickle Fight. Who else? 3 fat guys, 1 skinny guy. Honey
I
Badgers.
think you might be up there. I think that's C, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought they were D League. I don't know. But yeah, I might be joining Power Play Hockey League for the next 4 weeks at least. Their goalie, I think, is injured or out or something, so I'm going to be filling in. I think he's got 2 regular season games and then 2 weeks of playoffs, I guess.
Nice. You get to join me in the struggle of Summer League.
Yeah, it's all right. It wasn't too bad. I had a good time with the guys. It's a good group. They like to drink. That's what I'm all for.
Mm-hmm. Sweating like crazy.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But like I said, I think that guy should have been like sea level or at least up one more from where we were.
That's normal, especially during the summertime.
Yeah, I think he scored 4 of their 5 goals too, and was just like twice as fast as everyone. Was just going end to end with the puck. I was like, you don't even let up. Like you shot between the legs on me. You kidding right now?
Yeah, it's definitely that summertime where guys are just picking up. Say like, oh my son's or my nephew is like he's out of high school for the summertime.
Yeah.
We'll pick him up and. Here, this dude is like in juniors, like just running through a bunch of like 30-year-olds.
Yeah, they played the Chuggas too.
Chuggas, yeah.
I can't think of who else was on their schedule that I saw, but they had a pretty tough season. They're called Massive Ice Holes. Did you ever play them?
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, that's my boy Paul. I don't know if you know him, Paul Varley. He's a goalie too.
Oh,
kind
I
of.
know Paul Varley. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
No shit. That's awesome. Small world. So, all right, name drop
Random
Paul.
thing for Paul. I just saw him post on Facebook. We're both on like a goalie thing. And I just he's got this weird ass but cool ass mask. Did you see that?
Yeah, that thing's sick, and he just got it painted.
Yeah.
Came out awesome.
I guess if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put the photos down here for everyone to see. But it's weird. It's like half the cage.
It kind of is, and it comes up to like here on Matt's mask, like almost like a nose, like a beak protector.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like who is that? I can never remember his name. Who's that goalie for the Pittsburgh Penguins back in like the 80s? He had like looks like the Mighty Ducks mask. Can't remember what it was, but it looks like that. But it had like a cage on it. Can't remember what the hell it was. It's something. I can't remember the fuck his name at all for life of me. He's got a weird ass name. I think it's from like the 80s or 70s, to be honest.
Michael Dion, Michel
yep.
Dion.
Marcel Dion. Yep. If you Google image that, you might see his mask. But yeah, it kind of looks like that. Kind of, with like a cage on it.
Kind of, but he's got yeah. I guess you could say that. It's almost like it comes up instead of down. That is like super long chin. That's so weird.
Yeah, right.
That's funky. It's almost like a penguin.
Goalie masks have changed since then.
Yeah.
A lot of different like ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I like Casimir Cascas. Like there's a lot of goalie masks are like the same now. Not a lot of different, but Casimir Cascasuro has this mask. Oh god, and I'm just drawing a blank on what it is, but it's so cool looking, and it looks like an Osgood like bucket, one of those masks, but it's just like it's more defined and more cage like. Kind of want to try out one of those, see what it's like. Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Those are cool, but
I don't know. I never liked them. They look too much like a player helmet, and like it's just like a cage and a helmet. I'm like,
yeah.
I kind of like the way the goalie mask looks normally,
right,
or at least the ones that they have now.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could get away and find a way to wear one of the old school ones, like way back, like you know, Mighty Ducks logo style.
Oh yeah,
like one of those.
Yeah,
and make it not so it bruised my face up and gave me cuts and stuff. Like I'd love to wear one of those. That'd be sick.
the old school like Jason Voorhees masks.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Imagine that right now and like the shots you could take.
Oh Jesus,
God,
just break one of them, right? Anyways, back to some NHL stuff here. We do have some trades and signings if you want to take it off here.
Some. We still got a lot going on, bud. And to add to the little list that we had for the UFAs, one of them got signed, and we'll get to that right now. The Ducks have signed defenseman John Klingberg to a 1-year contract around $7 million. 1 year, $7 million for Klingberg. That's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, I think the stats don't really show what his game brought to the table for the Dallas Stars. They had a pretty poor season this year, but the 2 seasons before, he did finish with negative numbers for his plus-minus. But putting up 47 points in a season is pretty high for a team that he was on that was kind of struggling this season. I think he's a great defenseman, and he certainly got his money. 1 year is interesting to me, too. Like, what does that do for you? You know what I mean?
Right.
What's up with that? I just think that's so weird. Maybe he just chased the bag and said, I want the shortest contract possible. Because actually, if you think about it right, if he can make $7 million being a -28, like, think about what he can do after 1 year with a better team in the Anaheim Ducks, you know?
Interesting.
So maybe that's his goal, to get paid more and get a longer contract somewhere else.
And we were talking about the Ducks, and we were talking about the LA Kings, how, especially the LA Kings, well, they're just missing that one piece. And I think the Ducks are kind of in that same spot, right? Would you say?
I think they're missing a lot more than one piece, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need some more experience, some more tenure there.
So, again, just like we're going to say with all these guys, we're going to see we're going to have to wait till next season to see how these guys fit in with the group, you know?
Yeah. I like I said, the 1 year is very odd to me, and I want to see what happens after that and what he decides to do.
Right.
The New Jersey Devils also locked up a defenseman, Jonas Siegenthaler, to a 5-year, $17 million contract, $3.4 million AAV.
Damn. So that just means PK Subban is just not coming back.
Really? Is he not signed yet?
Nope, still not signed. Still a UFA. Gotta wonder what the hell's going on with PK.
That's interesting. I mean, 3.4 is not too bad for a guy like this. He has 4 years in the NHL. Kind of just a fly-by-night kind of guy. Just gets his job done, like punches in, punches out. But 3.4, yeah. I think that the Devils kind of have money to spend on the back end. Yeah. Guy like PK Subban's kind of getting up there in age, 33 years old. So he's probably going to be looking for like a 1, 2, 3 year contract and see where he stands after that.
Right.
Not a crazy season for him, though. 77 games played, 5 goals, 17 assists. You know what I mean? That's not like him, I don't think. His game has kind of fallen off to the wayside a little bit since leaving Montreal, I'd say. He had a couple good years in Nashville, but definitely come, fewer and far between when it comes to the points and production from him.
I still remember there was a post I saw this week talking about that. It's like through the years of like crazy big trades that happened. And one of them was when PK went to the Montreal Canadiens for Shea Weber. And in my head, at the time, I still to this day thought at that time it was a 1-for-1. Like, I feel like PK and Shea Weber were like kind of one and the same at the time. Did you think so?
They kind of were. They were both the backbone of their team. I want to say Shea Weber had more years under his belt when the trade went down, which would make sense. But it was almost like just a blockbuster 1-for-1. Like, why are we doing this kind of thing?
Exactly.
Weber is 3 years older than Subban. I think at the time it looked like Montreal was winning out on it. No, it looked like Nashville was winning out on it. But I think in the long run, I would rather have Shea Weber than PK Subban. And I don't know if I would have said that then, but I think I would have.
Yeah.
When the trade went down, I think I would have rathered Shea Weber.
That would have been an interesting topic at the time. But, yeah, seriously, in my head, 1-for-1. But now that you brought that up, like, yeah, maybe Shea Weber would have liked to keep,
Yeah, I think it was like a change of scenery for both guys, too. It kind of seemed to get a little lackluster and, got sick of their own home crowds for a bit.
Yeah, this is what it is, So we're going to move on to Edmonton. The Oilers have signed forward Jesse Puljujarvi to a 1-year, $3 million contract. I like this. I like Puljujarvi. I think $3 million for the 1 year. Another 1 year, by the way, is solid. I think Puljujarvi is one of the did fantastic for the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs. I just like the sign just all around. It's Edmonton's way of just like, yeah, we're going to keep you for another year here.
He's much younger than I thought. He's only 24 years old, 5 years up in the NHL. I don't understand it because from what I saw online, I don't know if this is just being in a Canadian market, media amplifying things that they shouldn't be, but there was some rumor going around that he was like the offense killer, like the goal killer, like when he was in the zone with McDavid and Draisaitl on the line with him, it's just like the play would die.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was this guy that they were talking about. So it was weird to see him sign, but also a 1 year, $3 million. Maybe this is like you got to prove yourself kind of year.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how you do next year, and then we'll talk. But I don't know. All those rumors swirling around, I thought it was very weird and very classic Canadian market. You know?
Yeah. Interesting.
But the Senators also signed a forward in Matthew Joseph to a 4-year, $11.8 million contract, a $2.95 million AAV, which I think is kind of a lot for this guy.
A lot. They want him, though. They want him. 4
They do.
years.
A lot of these guys are over. Like a lot of the teams around the league seem to be paying as much as they can to get a Tampa Bay Lightning champion on their team. Once you're with a guy that can get back-to-back Stanley Cups, it's kind of like, well, why not? You know what I mean?
Yep, 100%.
And I mean, he's kind of proved himself a little bit. 232 NHL games, so he did actually come over from Ottawa. I didn't realize that he got traded there in the middle of the season last year, but I did like this guy when he was on Tampa too. I thought he was a good player, good depth guy to have.
So now he's just kind of back with the Senators.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. That's
Yes.
it's like the whole Kraken deal. Remember, like the Krakens were picking up when they did their. So I keep fucking it up. I say the draft, but it's not. It's the
Expansion
draft where they picked up a bunch of players and then just somehow just were like, all right, go back to your team. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah. Well, this is basically his contract expired with the Senators. He got traded to the Senators last year.
Mm-hmm.
His contract expired, and they just re-signed him basically.
Right.
But yeah.
So, oh, you know what? I thought it was another Ottawa, but I'm going to move on if that's all right.
Yep.
We have the Carolina Hurricanes. They signed defenseman Ethan Bear to a 1-year, $2.2 million contract. I like this move by the Hurricanes. I like Ethan Bear. Ethan Bear was Oilers last year, right?
He was with the Hurricanes last year, so he re-signed that contract.
He was part of that. Yeah, that's right. I got it now. Yep. And I knew as soon as I said Ethan Bear, like every time I see like the Edmonton Oilers logo with him. But yeah, again, we like Ethan Bear. I like Ethan Bear. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Another good depth guy. I think the numbers right. Like, let's see what he can really turn into. And with the new defenseman coming over and Brent Burns, maybe a little helping hand to get Ethan Bear's game to that next level and show him how it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
But the New York Rangers signed their forward Kaapo Kakko to a 2-year, $4.2 million contract, $2.1 million AAV.
It's a good signing. I these signings are actually pretty good. Nothing too fucking crazy, to be honest. Like going back, I mean that $7 million for Klingberg was a lot. I just feel
Klingberg was a big name on the market. He was probably the top defenseman to be signed.
Yeah.
Out of the pool. I feel like it was a very quiet year for defensemen and a very loud year for forwards. Is what I thought looking at the the people available and what's moving.
Right.
But Kaapo Kakko is one guy that I think needs to really prove something this year. I don't know why he's missed so many games, if he's been scratched or what. It doesn't seem like he was bounced down at all. But 3 years with the New York Rangers, 66, 48, and 43 games played. I mean, not really putting up the production that he should be, being the number 2 overall pick in the 2019 draft.
Mm-hmm.
23 points, 17 points, 18 points. So I think that this is the year that, well, he's got a 2-year contract, so the Rangers are in on him. They just want him to really step it up. And I think with the young guys around him, as great as it is to have that kind of young talent like Alex Lafreniere and who's the defenseman there that's young? Jesus Christ. Keandre Miller.
Yep.
Those kind of young guys around him, that's great and all, but you need production and you need it out of someone. And if you make a whole team of young guys, they're all going to have to step up and they're not going to know who to look to when they can't.
Right, 100%. No veteran presence. It's just kind of working from scratch.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole Kaapo Kakko, when you brought it up, is definitely something like the front end, the whole organization knows what they want. Like from our standpoint, just like, wow, did you have him? But then from their standpoint, just like, we know what he could do. We know him as a person. Yeah,
and the other side of that coin is the back end of the house is saying, we bet on this guy, we need him to come through, and we're just going to keep paying him until he actually does, even if that never happens.
Right.
They could just be being stubborn, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Make or break contract for Kaapo Kakko, I think.
We'll go home with $4.2 million in your pocket.
Yeah, call it a day. You buy your Mega Millions ticket?
No, did you?
Oh, dude, it's $1 billion.
Holy shit!
It's the biggest it's ever been. I can't believe you didn't buy one.
I don't do scratch tickets or anything.
Yeah, but it's $1 billion. You can pay $2 and have a chance to win $1 billion. That's insane, isn't it?
I've just never done it.
Imagine buying a $2 ticket and you'd be like, oh yeah, I won $1 billion.
I don't think you actually win $1 billion though. By the
Yeah,
way.
I mean the state takes taxes and shit, but you hit for $1 billion.
Not insane. What the hell would you do with that money?
It's nuts, dude. You wouldn't have to do anything. You literally do nothing. You just spend it for whatever you want to do. You want someone to come tie your shoes, dude? It's $5. Tie my shoes. I don't care. I don't care. It's $5 now. I forget what NHL player it was, but I want to say it was one of the Penguins guys. This was a story from Chicklets way back now. But one of the younger guys goes up to like probably Gino or someone. I forget who it was. Just dry sense of humor. He's like, "Oh, can you break a 20 for me?" Oh no, he's like, "I need change. Can you break a 20 for me?" The guy goes, "Yeah, 20 is change." Baller move, hilarious. It's gonna be me once I win $1 billion, dude.
Yeah, let me know when you win that billion.
Yeah, I'll let you know, dude.
Let me know.
I bought, dude. Actually, I don't have the name of the guy, but a professional poker player bought $25,000 of Mega Millions tickets today.
Jesus.
Yeah. And the last time he did this, I believe he spent $50K, and he was one number away from winning it.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, these guys used to gambling, right? So
Yeah, right. Just degenerate status, $75K on Mega Millions, dude. Wow.
it's like I could lose 75K or gain $1 billion.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, the way that you're investing that too, it's like divide that by 2, and that's how many chances you have to win it. So it's 12.5K tickets because
Damn.
it's $2 a ticket,
Yeah.
and that's nuts. 12,500 different tickets with different numbers on them.
How do you not win, by the way? How many numbers
Oh,
are
imagine checking that, dude. You have to go in and scan every single
there?
ticket.
Beep, beep, beep.
12,000, dude. I believe it's you pick 5 numbers out of 70, and you pick like the mega multiplier or some bullshit. There's a 6 number. I don't know if that counts or if that just like makes you win more money.
Yeah.
But it's basically 70 times 70 times 70 times 70 times 70 times 25 is the last one. That's the odds of you winning. Because
Oh.
each of those numbers has to be 1 out of 70. And that's how many different combinations there are.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's insane.
Shit.
It doesn't happen. That's why the jackpot keeps going up and up and up. But this is the biggest it's ever been, dude.
Wow.
$1 billion.
I'm just thinking, like, with all those, like, how has he not come across, like, a bunch that are just, like, the exact same, you know?
You could. I mean, it's a quick pick, but even that is rare. That's you getting 2 tickets that have the exact same random 6 numbers on them
Yeah.
are the same odds as you getting the 1 ticket that matches the winning numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Think I should play lottery tomorrow?
No, you missed it. It's drawing tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not going to win anything. Or, you never know. If no one wins,
If no
all
one
the money that
wins.
people spent today, you could try and win that.
Ooh.
But if someone does win, it goes down. I don't know what it goes down to. I never gamble, but everyone was buying them, so I was like, oh, I might as well.
When do they drop?
When do they like pick the numbers?
Yeah.
2 hours ago, I believe. So I got to go check my tickets. See if I won. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you win?
I'm going to go check right now. I'm
Go
just
ahead.
kidding.
Do it. That's how you know.
Live
you
on
won.
air, won $1 billion.
What was the quote? Just like, he goes, "I'll never tell anyone that I won the lottery. They'll just be hints." And it'll be like the next episode where it's just me and Chris is like gone.
Or I'm like decked out in like a massive robe and
It's
like a big gold chain.
golden
Yeah.
chain or whatever. I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Damn, where'd you get that chain from?" I'll be like, "Ah, no, I won it."
Found it.
Damn, $1 billion. The fuck would you do with that money?
Yeah.
I'd quit.
Yeah, I would definitely quit. Why would you keep working? There's no reason to.
No
You've
reason
made all the
to.
money you need to.
Man, thoughts in my head right now.
A lot of dead air.
A lot of dead air. Sorry. It's beautiful thinking of $1 billion just kind of sitting in here, but I don't know. I don't want to just keep talking about this, but I'd be scared shitless, to be honest, to be on the news, be like, "Hey, I won the $1 billion," because now everyone in the New England area, or maybe just like the entire
Everyone
United
you've
States,
ever
is like,
met.
"Hey, you owe me some money,"
Yeah.
or some guy's just like, "I'm gonna hack your shit," and be like, "Oh
Yeah, or
boy."
take you hostage,
Take
like all
you
this shit. That's
hostage.
a lot of people cash them in anonymously.
Anonymously,
Yeah.
yeah, best way to do it. All right, want to get back to hockey?
Yeah, please, that'd be great. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Sad
You
thinking
get
that I
back to
don't have
hockey.
$1 billion in my pocket right now. Oh God, I'm sad now. Anyway, while he's doing that, the Philadelphia Flyers have signed forward Owen Tippett to a 2-year, $3 million contract. This is $1.5 million AAV. We were just talking about a different Tippett earlier today, but Owen Tippett is a solid pickup for the Flyers, even though. What the hell are the Flyers doing, bud?
Dude, they're making playoffs. They're going to the Stanley Cup Finals again this year. That's what's up.
Yeah, the Flyers.
That's what
are
I'm
doing
picking
that?
every year. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Owen Tippett played for the Florida Panthers for the last 2 seasons. Yeah, not too much production from him either. Number 10th overall, 2017. We're really looking for him to step his game up here too. He's a right winger.
Like really step his game up.
Yeah, I think he needs to, but it's going to be hard to do on the Flyers. Played 21 games last season, 7 points. So I don't know. I mean, we'll really see. I guess a lot of these guys towards the end of this, I think, are going to be, wait and see kind of names.
Yep, 100%.
I can just rattle off the rest of them if you want here. We have
go ahead.
the Seattle Kraken with 2 signs, both forwards. Morgan Geekie to a 1-year, $1.4 million contract, and Ryan Donato to a 1-year, $1.2 million contract. And the Penguins signing forward Danton Hyman to a 1-year, $1 million contract.
I like it. I like Danton Hyman. I think that's it's kind of a steal for Danton Hyman, to be honest, for the Penguins. That $1 million, I think the same thing. Maybe his stats might have fell through last year, maybe, but I do like Danton Hyman. Morgan Geekie was the one that just got drafted this year. Am I mistaken with that? So it's a good little pickup for Seattle Kraken. And then, Ryan Donato getting shit done still. I'm shocked Ryan Donato's still sitting there with a good like $1.2 million for 1 year. I feel like he's been kind of hopping around the league as of late. That's all I got.
It was Connor Geekie that got drafted this year.
Connor
but yeah,
Geekie.
Morgan Geekie was a few years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, that got me crossed up for a minute too.
Yeah.
He's been 2 years with the Hurricanes, 1 year with the Kraken. And Donato, let's see on him. Jeez, there's been a lot of Donatos in the NHL. Wow, how about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's had a good bit of production. Like, I think him and Danton Hyman are right around the same, like, skill level. But I think just because Donato's been around longer, they paid him more. I don't really know. I think Donato should have been paid less, and Hyman maybe a little bit more too, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they did have some coaching news here too, if you're ready for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dallas and San Jose have both announced their new head coaches. Pete DeBoer is going to be hired by the Dallas Stars, and David Quinn has been hired by the San Jose Sharks.
Is David Quinn going to get shit done for the Sharks? Maybe.
I think so, and I think Pete DeBoer is going to do okay with Dallas. I think his job really rests on the shoulders of Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn, as the owner has been pretty out there about saying. And I think San Jose has a much better shot than they did last year, just because last year, you can't get much worse than what they did. So that's what I think there. The Oilers and the Arizona Coyotes have both hired assistant coaches. The Oilers hired Mark Stewart, and the Coyotes have hired John Madden.
John Madden, the NFL guy?
He passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad for
He's
that.
dead.
I don't know what...
No.
No,
But John
I
Madden,
feel bad for that.
John Madden does have 3 Stanley Cup rings.
No shit,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
For who?
I couldn't tell you that.
Oh, I thought you had it up.
Nope.
Interesting.
Nope. That's off the top of my skull.
Oh, boy. Well, I like, was it Mark Stewart? I don't know if you could Google that now. Was it Mark Stewart, like the assistant coach for the Premier Hockey Federation? Am I wrong? I feel like I've seen that name, and he was...
What, he was a coach in the PHF?
Yeah. I could be absolutely wrong about that. I thought I saw him there. Damn. There's a problem with the... Yeah, but what Mark Stewart was also... So many Mark Stewarts. I'm going to fucking butcher this one, too. I feel like Mark Stewart was also... he was also played for the Boston Bruins as well. Way back in the day.
Yeah, I think that's Mark Stewart with a C. This is Mark Stewart. No, I don't know. I'm not finding anything. Let's move on.
Let's move on from that.
Put me on the spot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You have the computer, I didn't, so...
So get fucked.
Thought I'd get fucked. I'll just get fucked over here. But, yep, here we go. So, so what I want to do is because there's so many different, like... There's been so many coach changes this offseason that right before the season we're going to do the breakdowns of the teams by each division because it's just every player is just up in the air right now. You say a player right now, I'm just like, I can't, like, it's been so much going on. I'm like, what the hell is he now, So we're going to do that, especially with the coaches, because, what was there, 9 coaches total or 10 coaches?
There were
something
10
like that?
before these two, so I think there's been 12 new coaching hires
12 new
this
coaching
offseason.
hires, yeah.
Probably more.
Bunch, yeah. So just like a bunch of different moves here. So we're just gonna fire these off for everyone, and we're just gonna right before the season kicks off, everything's gonna be set in stone, and we'll actually have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Good little podcast on good little episodes on like every coach that's been changed and players and teams and everything. So, yep.
Come on down to Real Fake Doors.
Come on down. So we got hockey news. 2 numbers retiring, by the way. The LA Kings will be retiring Dustin Brown's 23 on February 23, 2023. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty clever. I think it's really cool. Dustin Brown's definitely a guy that deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I got on him.
223 on 20023. Yeah, that's right. And then the Sharks will be retiring Patrick Marleau's number 12 on February 25th, 2023. We talked about this a while ago. I think there's like a legit reason why numbers are retired on like certain days, and there's definitely a reason for both of these. So I can only imagine Dustin Brown's is literally because it's 223-23, but that's just my guess.
Oh yeah, that's definitely why they chose his. Patrick Marleau, I know the game on that date is going to be against Chicago. I don't really know what Chicago has to do with it because he didn't really play for them, right? I know he was definitely Toronto and probably one other team, Dallas maybe, if I'm not mistaken. I might be getting him mixed up with Pavelski though. But yeah, I don't know.
Marleau, Florida?
No, I don't think so because Thornton went there and I don't think Marleau did. All the Sharks all dispersed in that like 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Kinda
all over
funny.
the place.
I do have another insane stat from the San Jose Sharks. Brent Burns has led the NHL in icings for 5 years straight. Do you think his new team and environment is going to help him break the streak?
Ooh.
Just shit passes up the middle, just icing the puck left and right. Now, that's 5 years in a row with a team of guys he's been playing with basically his whole career. And now he's on a team with brand new guys. You think he's going to ice the puck even more?
Which is the Hurricanes, right?
Yeah, the Hurricanes.
Can you imagine? Really, like, keep icing it, you know you're doing it. That is a weird-ass stat.
Yeah. Maybe he's just trying to send it. Or maybe he's just the guy that is that defensively aware that he's able to get the puck, like get to the puck first and get it out of the zone and like
yens it.
intentionally, like intentional icing, you know, not just those ship on passes up the middle that miss. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't think he'll lead it for a 6th year in a row, but God, I hope not. That's so bad. That's such a bad stat.
How do you figure these stats out? Like, who the fuck is like taking those stats? Like, another icing from Brent Burns. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, they track everything, dude. They got patches on the back of the jersey now. It's insane.
Fucking nuts. 5 years straight. God damn. Well, it's just the way he plays.
Tape to tape, Burnsy, you fuck.
Tape to tape. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's just the way he plays. Just he's got that get the puck out of the zone mentality, and that's what he does. No guy in front of him. Let's dump it.
Yeah. Puck's in deep.
Yep. And every team they face is just like, we know what he's doing. Yeah, I'm going for 6. 6 straight.
You think he's gonna do it?
I'm gonna go 6 straight. NHL record right now.
That's hilarious.
All right, so the Colorado Avalanche, Jack Johnson's day with the cup happened to be scheduled for the same day as his 3 children's baptism. The priest who baptized them used water from the Stanley Cup. That's fucking memorable.
It's very memorable, but it almost seems like curse material to me. Like, I think Jack Johnson will never win another Stanley Cup now.
That he baptized his kids?
I don't know. It's there's no like rhyme or reason to it, but it's like, has anyone else ever done that? And now, guess what? You're the only guy to ever do it, and you're never gonna win the Stanley Cup again. You're like, you fucking
holy
kids.
water is just
cost me my
Stanley
career.
Cup.
No, not that. It's just now you're cursed.
Okay.
Maybe every player on the Colorado Avalanche is now cursed for fucking that trophy up so much with their celebration.
Oh my God.
They're never gonna win a Stanley Cup again after the way they
Setting
treated
the Stanley
thing.
Cup, dunking Jack Johnson's babies into the Stanley Cup with
Dropping it on your head when you're shit faced at 4
dropping it on
a.m.
your head.
Someone ate ice cream out of it, which is pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool.
What would you eat out of the Stanley Cup?
Oh, that's a good question. People have eaten like cereal. Someone like came in
Cereal's
with like
a
a
good
bunch
one.
of ice cream.
Like what? I mean, my go-to when you think about it is like, what do you eat out of a bowl, right? And ice cream and cereal are usually like the only two, right?
You know what I would do? You know, you ever see those YouTube videos of people making like those? It's like a bunch, like you take like vodka.
I was just thinking
Hawaiian
that. Yeah,
punch and stuff, and like just fill the whole.
I
Stanley
think
Cup
he's
up with
tipsy
that.
bartender, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's awesome. He
And
makes
just-
awesome videos.
And just like put that right in the middle of the room. People would just take like their solo cup and just dunk it in and drink out of that, or pick it up and drink out of it.
Yeah. I wonder how heavy it would be with liquid in it.
Oh God, that's a good question. How much is it normally? It's like
I think it's close to 40, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But now add liquid to that. It's like.
I don't know how big it is. I don't know how much
pounds.
liquid it can hold.
Yeah, right.
50 pounds probably a good
If
guess.
you baptize a baby in it, it's got to be pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah. Got questions. We'll never know the answer to it, but we'll just.
Yeah.
Because what would you do with it?
What would I do with it for like a day?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good question.
I'd probably go to a rink with it.
Yeah.
Right?
So you got a week. You have a full week with the Stanley Cup.
No, they have a day with the cup.
I thought it was a week per player with the Stanley
No, it's
Cup.
a day.
Huh.
How would they do that?
I don't know. I thought for some
There's
reason in my head,
16 and 9 and 3, 28 plus the bench plus the coaches. Everyone gets a day. 28 weeks would be half a year if you're doing just the guys that
you're
are
right.
on the
I
starting
don't know
lineup.
why I thought it was a week, but yeah, just a day too. Like now I know. Like you won the Stanley Cup. That's so fucking funny. Now I'm thinking about this. So you won the Stanley Cup. This is what your dream of doing, and you finally raising it. And then you're in the locker room. You're all happy as shit. And some guy comes around, like, "What are you gonna do with Stanley Cup?" And you're like,
I'm going to Disneyland. If it's an interview, if it's a reporter, that's what I'm saying. But no, yeah, I'd probably just go to a bar and get wrecked, dude.
Just destroyed. And destroy the Stanley Cup with it.
No, absolutely not. Have some respect. Put some respect on his name.
I don't know. Enough Stanley Cup talk. We got the Seattle Kraken. Jonas Donskoy. Oh, fuck. Butchered that. Donation to a local skate park in Finland actually ended up saving the park from being shut down. The kids and their families came to the skate park to honor Donskoy by hanging up his jersey in the rafters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. There were a lot of kids there skating and everything. It seemed like a lot of families there. Seeing his own jersey go up to the rafters, I think he like put it on there too as it got raised up.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick, dude. Have any jersey hung somewhere?
Yeah, it is, especially for like something non-hockey related too.
Yeah,
like hey,
that's like almost more important. You know what I mean? Like
like
you've made more of an impact outside of a hockey rink.
Yeah, it's like you impacted, you helped out the community, not just the hockey community. You helped out like a community in Seattle. You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's in Finland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What made you?
You said you helped out a community not in Seattle or in Seattle or something.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Right, sorry.
I probably misheard you. I got you. I got you.
It's whatever. It is what it is.
I'm tired.
But we got another one. Edmonton Oilers Zach Hyman was able to raise $350,000 at his annual Zach Hyman Golf Celebrity Classic. The fundraiser is for Sick Kids, Canada's most research-intensive children's hospital and largest center dedicated to improving children's health in the country, and also UJA Federation, whose mission is to preserve and strengthen the quality of life for the Jewish community and the community at large in Canada. Cool beans from Zach Hyman. This it's kind of like threw me back to the whole Ben Stelta thing with Zach Hyman and Ben Stelta. I wonder if this is one of the whole Ben Stelta thing.
Yeah, I bet Sick Kids is probably like part of his fundraiser kind of thing. That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty cool.
I didn't put two and two together there. I did put two and two together where Zach Hyman is Jewish. That's cool to see him give back to his people too. Like
damn, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a website for it if you want to go visit it. It's so just the Zach Hyman Golf Celebrity Classic.
Golf tournament looks sick too.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Heard McDavid sucks at golf. Not joking. I heard that he's
really?
not very good at golf. Yeah.
It's shocking to me how many hockey players are like good at golf. Like, you guys really
very similar mechanics.
Yeah, I guess with the hips
swing.
and everything too.
Yeah.
I'm terrible though. I hook left.
Yeah, you're a
all the
goalie.
time. Yeah, true.
Actually, Tuukka Rask is a really good golfer. I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
I saw
so.
Jeremy Swayman play.
Yeah, he's from Alaska. He's probably not a good golfer. Guy's cut though. He's ripped.
He is.
Guy's shredded.
Maybe goalies just suck at golf and just
yeah.
all around.
Everything outside of hockey.
Everything outside of hockey we suck, but all like the players are just like, no, we got this.
Yeah.
I've been seeing talking about golf. I've been seeing crazy golf shots because
I can't stand it. You're sending me like the long drive people. Nothing against you. I'm just saying I fucking hate the people that are like, I'm gonna pipe this driver 430 yards. Like, sick, dude. I don't care. I do not care about how you just cranked your club and hit it 430 yards. Like, I'm not interested in that. Even like the pros doing it, like seeing DeChambeau just crank driver. I'm like, I don't care, dude. That's not. I don't like that. That's just me.
Wasn't where I was going, but
no, I know, but I jumped in there. All right, what were you gonna say?
It's like
crazy golf shots.
Like from these guys, like it's like not even like pro golfers. It's just like regular dudes that like will sit there and like chip from like a crazy like spot and like like a basketball, like just swish it into the fucking hole.
Mm.
It's fucking insane.
I like the ones where the dudes, if you're aiming for the hole, you're on a really steep downward slope and you're trying to chip onto the hole, and instead of aiming towards the hole, they turn around the opposite way and just chip it like behind them. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen those?
No.
So if you're on a hill, right, and the
Yeah.
hole's in front of you,
Yeah.
and you have to chip the ball from here to here, instead of hitting like this,
Yeah.
they hit it this way, and the ball goes over them and goes back.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Ooh.
I like seeing those. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. I've seen the ones where, I don't know, you take like the toe or like the head of the golf club and they hit the ball that way instead of with the open hand.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yep. I actually, fun fact for next week's episode too, I have a golf tournament on Friday leading up to it.
Oh, shit.
I'll be back in time to record, but I will be buckled. So stay tuned. It'll be a good
for
one.
that. Yep.
I'll be sleeping in my chair again.
I got plenty of videos and photos of that, bud.
But
All
yeah,
right.
I'm looking forward to that. It's
Yeah.
going to be good. I need to get out on the course next week at some point, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I got a busy week next week.
I haven't played in a while.
Yeah. I got to go to at least the driving range, so.
I'll go with you.
Okay, cool.
You'll see me hook left.
Yeah, but when are we going to go? We have like opposite schedules.
Yeah, no, we'll figure
We'll
something
figure it out. All right.
Yep.
All right, Montreal. This is kind of interesting. Another off-ice kind of off-season incident here. Paul Byron helped save a man's life after his seaplane crashed into a lake just a few yards away from him, his family, and his friends. Paul's friend Neil LeBlanc also assisted and was quoted saying, "Paul jumped into the water before me. There was metal everywhere, gas, fumes. The engine was hot. Paul took charge of the man, and we risked our lives by going into that water."
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was
love
kind of
that.
weird how he said, like, we risked our lives. Like, obviously they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's metal everywhere, gas, fumes, engine was hot. But then the second slide, there's just, like, a picture of him, like, standing in the water, like,
Next to the...
yeah, like, oh, geez,
Oh,
shit.
God, wow. There's a plane right there.
But, dude, that's crazy. Like, some people have it in them to, like, fight or flight response and, like, get in there and do something. And,
yeah.
you know, that's always something that I commend because it takes quick thinking and quick action to do something like that.
Right. People just... there's special people that just don't think. They're just
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I gotta get fucking in there. you
Yeah,
know?
and it's not knocking anyone that doesn't, but it's, like, to see someone do it, it's like, holy shit.
I saw a... we're going to... Talking about heroes or just people with that mentality. YouTube algorithm it was some kind of I think it was like last month or something like that. It was some kind of yearly occasion for September 11th victims or people who died, and they showed a video because I was actually shocked. So like 2001, like there was no like camera phones, smartphones or whatever, but there was somehow like a shit ton of videos of like people on the ground, like people like walking around with camcorders.
Yeah, I think in, New York City, like a lot of tourists, a lot of people, like
Yeah.
back then, they probably
Oh,
did have them
yeah.
on them
Yeah.
because, like you said, you don't have
Right.
your phone, so
Mhm.
could be. That's just my guess.
So there's like two videos that they showed that were just like there's people like literally running away and people like recording. And as like the mass exodus of people trying to run away, here's like the New York Fire Department and like police running into it. And it's like the fucking mentality you need to have to like don't even think about it, just go in there because there's people stuck where you're going to and that you need to help out. It's just like crazy to me because in my head I'm just like if I was like the rest of the people, I'd be like, I gotta get out of here, you know?
And on top of that, too, a lot of those guys did pass away, not just from, all the damage,
Smoke
destruction,
inhalation.
death. The smoke inhalation. Like, all the stuff that they're just breathing in when they go in there, even, before they get their gear on because they just have to get in there and help. Like, it's crazy to see the side effects of it all. But,
It's nuts.
yeah, shout out to those guys.
Yeah. Takes a special human, you know?
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on from special humans. We got the Minnesota Wild. They have been ranked as the best prospect pool in the NHL for the July 2022, according to Hockey Prospecting.
This was interesting because at the beginning of the season, I want to say, this must have been right before the season started. LA Kings were definitely up there for like the best prospect pool in the league. And I don't know how they do this. This must be just after the rookie like development camp that we've gotten clips from like in Anaheim and things like that. But yeah, Minnesota Wild at the top of the pool. That's got to be great for Billy G to be hearing with the team that he's built around them, and now they have more stuff in the pipeline coming to make the team even better. So
Right.
I thought that was huge.
So hopefully that Cam Talbot move helped out. I don't know.
Yeah, how would that help out?
I meant just the decision to do it, you know. But
It was Cam's decision,
and
basically.
I know. but it was also Bill Gowen was just like, yeah, you're right. I don't want you guys bumping heads. So yeah, well,
I don't know. Okay. That's one way of looking at it, I think. I think Cam Talbot wanted the fuck out of there when he wasn't going to be the starter, you know? And I think Cam also recognized the relationship that Bill and
Marc-Andre
Fleury have, so tough sledding.
Tough sledding. Nice the Wild.
Yeah, I think it's really good for them. It's kind of weird to see them pop up to the top of it just out of the blue like that.
Yeah, right. It's weird that they're like such a hockey community. Like Minnesota just in general is like a massive hockey state.
Yeah, they have diehard fans. They're almost like college football, but college hockey.
Right,
you know?
but they just don't have that NHL team. You know.
Oh, they do now, man. Kirill the Thrill, dude. Marc-Andre Fleury. They're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be something soon.
Soon, hopefully.
I think the contracts that they had to buy out are gonna bite them in the ass a little bit, though. It's gonna make things hard.
Might be a little while.
Yeah.
And then you have
a little wild.
Ooh, I like that.
All right.
And then we have Roberto Luongo. He continues to kill it on Twitter by documenting. Well, I can't talk tonight. His trip to Disney World. Luongo posted photos from each of his rides and went on some hilarious captions. I think there was one where he's on the log ride, just passed out.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He was like, I think he said 6.4 out of 10. Like he was sleeping on it, and then he was like Tower of Terror, dude. He was gripping his little harness thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
He's loving retirement.
Yeah.
Loving it.
I mean, he was so active on Twitter. It's just so funny to see him still be in the headlines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey Hall of Fame this year too, right? I think he got in.
Yeah. Well deserving, man. He's been around the league for
allegedly.
years. Allegedly.
Interestingly enough, too, we talked about BioSteel becoming the new drink of the NHL. They're going to have to find a new jersey producer, too, because Adidas will not be renewing their jersey contract with the NHL this season.
Woof.
Which is all right by me. I don't know. I like the Reeboks the best, personally.
What if Reebok doesn't come back?
Yeah. Nike?
Nike Bauer?
Oh, Bauer. Well, I think they would put Nike, right? I feel like when they do clothes, it's always Nike.
Nike.
They do have Bauer, T-shirts and stuff, but,
I feel like it's not going to be that hard to get.
I think Reebok would come back, personally.
Yeah.
It's also, been overtaken by soccer, so I don't really know how people, how corporations look at, the NHL. NHL is not a top four major sport in the country now.
Yep. That makes sense.
So I don't know how these corporations are going to look at the NHL and see, is this profitable? Is this something that we really want to do? Someone's got to do it at the end of the day, but they're just going to take the biggest bid, I guess.
It's crazy. Hockey's kind of falling through, you know?
It's just, I don't think it's as easily accessible. It's not as interactive as some of these other sports, and I think, honestly, ease of access is really, really the big issue. You can't just get all your hockey gear and strap in and go play. It's an expensive sport, and if you don't play it, you don't love it, and you don't really care, you know?
Right, 100%. Yeah, you can't just grab a ball. I can't just grab a soccer ball and just play.
Soccer, basketball, very easily accessible. There's nets everywhere. There's basketball courts everywhere, you know?
Baseball is easy.
Yeah. And I mean, we're talking around here where hockey is a major part of this state. Yeah. It's still not very accessible here. You know, there's a street hockey rink in Quincy and one in Hull
too.
And Dorchester.
Yeah,
those are the only three that I can name.
There's one in Southie as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt
right. There's only 4 rinks. Think about how many basketball courts you drive by every fucking day.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right.
Shit ton of basketball
it's nuts.
Courts, yeah.
And soccer nets, it's just an open field soccer net,
easy.
Yeah, and you only need a ball.
Yeah.
So that's the way the news goes. But I do have some exciting news for all you fans here. We have decided that we're going to turn our picks from last week into a new weekly segment. So last week we decided who do we think is going to have a better season this year, Thatcher Demko or Connor Hellebuyck. We both agreed that Connor Hellebuyck should have a better season this year. And we are going to call this weekly segment now the Post to Post Picks. A little alliteration for you young folks. But which team in the NHL is going to finish dead last next season?
Oof. Do I dare say the Seattle Kraken again?
It's a tough one. They actually did not finish dead last. They had 60 points on the season ahead of Arizona, Montreal, who finished dead last. And that was it, actually. So they finished third to last.
So Arizona, Montreal, and Seattle.
Bottom 3, and Flyers are right above that. Devils are 2 points above the Flyers. And that's what you get to pick from, basically. From last season, though.
That's from last season.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of gives you a look looking, you know.
Yeah, but then you also have to consider all the moves that these teams are making too.
Right, 100%.
To change in the upcoming season.
Ooh, who's gonna be bad? Is it the Flyers? Is it your Flyers? Are they gonna be the worst team in the league?
Oof, I hope not.
Oof. Can you imagine that? I already said the Montreal Canadiens are gonna have a bounce back.
Yeah.
So Montreal Canadiens are out of the.
It could also be another team too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Jets don't look too hot going into this year.
Chicago
Chicago sold a lot of their assets.
Yep.
San Jose didn't get much better. Anaheim, LA.
I'm gonna say the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's who you're going with?
Yeah.
Buffalo, Detroit, Senators.
Detroit's looking good. Looking to come back here. I can't see Detroit being that bad. But Chicago got rid of everyone. And there is talk about Kane leaving.
Mm-hmm. And Taves doesn't look too thrilled about this
Taves
season.
isn't thrilled about it. Who do they have? Got no one. Yeah, Chicago Blackhawks.
Think about how close they were last season when we were like, oh, they got Fleury now. It's going to look really good. Like, we thought they were taking, like, a step up the ladder and, like, jumping over a few years of the rebuild.
Least. Yeah, just
DeBrincat, Kirby Doc, Kane, Taves, Fleury.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? All gone.
Gone. Keys.
So they were my go-to team when I was going to pick, but I don't want to have the same answer as you. So I'm going to go with Arizona. I think Arizona playing in that stadium is going to feel very defeated. A lot of travel. It's going to be hard to win, man, if you're traveling that much on the road. 20 away games in the first 24 games of the season. You can get your team off to a pretty bad start if you're traveling a lot, dropping games left and right, pretty demotivated. 5,000 fans in your arena, and they're probably going to be away fans. I don't know. I can't name what made them better this offseason.
You're right.
Vejmelka stayed. I don't know. Who did they? I haven't seen them pick anything up.
Phil Kessel's UFA still, right?
He's UFA still, yeah.
So take him off the list because I feel like they would have picked him up by now. So now that's Phil Kessel gone. Who else do they have? Fuck, they got no one. Yeah, so it's
I think Arizona and Chicago are very similar right now.
So you take Arizona?
I'm going to take Arizona.
All right, I got Chicago.
All right, so that's the weekly segment of the Post to Post picks. We're going to do one every week, and at the end, I think we'll see how we do with them throughout the season, but I think at the end of the day, most of these questions are going to be geared towards we won't know until the entire season's wrapped up.
Right.
I think that's the way to do it, and then we'll come up with something that we're going to do in regards to it. We don't really know what yet, but
we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I'm very confident.
These are going to be cool. I can't wait to go through them all and see where they stood, you know.
Yeah, we've done it before. We've done it where we've done it before where we've done picks, and then at the end of the season, you'll be like, all right, you want to know who you picked? And I'll have a pick in there. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I picked that?
Yeah. And those are just the normal picks. These are going to be interesting because they're very specific too. Mm-hmm. And we'll see where we land. But
interesting. Yep, that's mine. If anyone else has another team,
join in. These will be all season long. So for last week's episode, it was who will have a better season in net, Thatcher Demko or Connor Hellebuck. Shoot us your answers for that if you'd like. And which team will finish dead last. So let us know. Mm-hmm. And the only other thing that I have here is that Charles Barkley has announced he is not going to be joining Live Golf next season. He's going to be staying with the NBA broadcast team, which I'm pretty happy about. I mean, Live Golf is great. It's a lot of headlines. It's new. It's flashy, blah, blah, blah. But I haven't watched a single event. I haven't watched a PGA event either. So I'm not really the target audience for any of this. But I don't watch NBA games either. But I see clips online, and I'm like, Charles Barkley's fucking hilarious. Right. I don't give a shit where he is, you know?
I think Charles Barkley has really just solidified himself just in general. NHL picked him up for a game. Remember that?
Well, he's under contract for the NBA broadcast, which is TNT, and now since the NHL was on TNT, he got to come in and do some crossover stuff.
Bounce back, yeah. So I think it's good. I think it's for Charles Barkley just in general. I think it's just a solid move for him.
Yeah, he could have got so much more money with Liv though.
He probably could, but with Barkley, I feel like the addition with Shaq and the whole crew that he's with for the NBA, I think that's what makes it.
That is what makes it.
If it's just him with Liv, I think he would.
Who's he going to be ripping on? He doesn't. Right. He probably doesn't know too much about golf. Not saying he does or doesn't, but I would assume Not like the PGA announcers and Live Tour guys,
Right.
you know. But
The money's there, but I think his name will start to disappear, and that's
Mhm.
that might be a big problem for Charles Barkley.
that would be huge for Live Golf if they did pick him up. That's
Oh, yeah.
a big name.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I haven't seen anything about Live Golf. The only thing I've seen about Live Golf recently was their plane that had all the players.
Mm.
Like that.
Well, they've only had one event so far.
Yeah, I thought they're all like the video shown. I was like, oh, cool. They're in some like nice hotel room, and then like I read the description, like they're on a plane. I'm like, what? There's like a bar, like people are just kind of like sitting on tables and everything. I'm like, that's a fucking plane.
Yeah, it's
Holy
basically
shit.
like a 747 that they just hollowed out, took out all the seats, and they made it so like 16 people sit on it. And here's everything you need. You know,
Jesus,
pretty cool.
that's insane. That's money right there. That's
Yeah.
$1 billion.
That's
right
$1 billion right there. That's right. That's
there. Nice
right.
little callback.
Yeah.
That's all we got. I feel like we're starting to slow down a bit with the hockey news as of late.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we're in the dead of the summer now.
Yeah, I feel like we've been getting lucky. We got very lucky last summer, but
But it's only this summer's been huge for moves. It's just they all happen at once and all these big signings too.
Mhm.
But it's only 2 months away until we're seeing some preseason action. So we'll have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Call it 8 episodes. So I mean, in 4 weeks you'll be getting full on division analysis and
yeah, right.
what we're thinking for next season.
I want to start working on that, just so we're prepared and ready to go.
Yeah. What division do you want to start with first?
I don't know. It's a good question. I kind of want to start with the West.
I want to start with the Pacific.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can do that, and then work our way to the East, because I feel like that's when we're gonna see the crazy shit,
Yeah.
especially when we get to like the Atlantic. That's my thought. Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
No, who am I thinking?
Metro?
Who made the yeah, maybe the Metro, because they're the ones that made the best, the bigger moves, right? I feel like everyone did, to be honest.
Carolina. Who made the biggest move in the East? Florida.
Florida.
Carolina picked up Burns.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit.
Oh no, maybe
Detroit.
not. Detroit.
That's
yeah.
Atlantic too, right?
Yeah. Maybe we could touch up on the Flyers, see how they're doing. Chicago. I feel like
I think Flyers are Metro, right? Or are they Atlantic?
Flyers are Atlantic, right?
With Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Islanders were quiet. The Bruins were quiet. Capitals kind of quiet. They moved their goaltending, but Rangers pretty quiet.
Damn. I'm really going to be shocked when I start doing these notes and be like, holy shit.
Mm.
Especially when, like, this is just like, all these notes are pretty much just like throwing puzzle pieces, like, just at the table, you know? And then when you start putting it together, you're like,
Yeah, when
Wow.
it was that season that Ottawa picked up, like, all the scraps from the league, but, like, the good scraps. Like, let's make a puzzle piece of not an all-star team, but a team that could full of really good players that we don't know how they'll do together, and it didn't seem to work out. So I feel like a lot of teams are going to be running into those issues, and on paper you'd be like, yes, this team's going to be sick. They'll run the table, and then they'll finish like dead middle, you know?
yeah. Interesting. Yep, that's all I got. Anything else you want to add for today?
No, let's rip this.
Let's rip it. The Jim Beam Orange.
It's going to be disgusting.
I picked this because I thought it was going to taste better.
Yeah, right, dude.
What did we have last week, by the way?
Jello shot? No, I don't know.
It was something that actually might have been
It was under the counter, wasn't it? On that glass table that you were talking about? Cheers, buddy.
Oh. Oof.
Certainly orange.
Wow. Ugh.
Heartburn.
Ugh.
Heartburn in a nip.
This was not. Yeah, this is not as good as it looks. Jim Beam Orange. Like, oh, this tastes good.
Because it's Jim Beam. Jim Beam's gross, personally.
Ugh.
I think we both missed.
I think we did too. And that's why we're not in the NBA. Right?
Yeah, not because we're both under 6 feet.
Yeah, that would do it too. All right. Want to call us out?
Thanks, everyone, for listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next episode, let us know. Our links are in the description, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.